Welcome back to Explaining Everything, the channel where we dive into the stories and mysteries behind everyday things. Today's question comes from a very confused viewer, Pixel Panic 92. Thanks for the suggestion, Pixel Panic. You asked, what's the difference between LED and OLED screens? Great question, and thank you for trusting the internet with your confusion instead of pretending to know the answer during a party like the rest of us. So today, we're finally going to settle this once and for all. What's the real difference between LED and OLED screens? Why do they look different? Why do they cost different? And why does the sales guy at the electronics store start sweating when you ask him to explain it? Let's break it all down, right here on Explaining Everything. All right, first things first. LED stands for light-emitting diode. Sounds fancy. Sounds like something Tony Stark would install in his chest. But really, it's just a little electronic component that glows when electricity runs through it. Now, when you hear LED TV, here's the kicker. It's not actually referring to the screen pixels themselves. Plot twist! An LED TV is really an LCD TV, liquid crystal display that uses LED backlighting. Here's the metaphor. Imagine your screen is a stage performance. The LCD panel is the cast of actors doing the actual dancing and acting. The pixels changing colors. The LEDs are the stage lights shining behind them so you can see what's happening. Without those lights, the show is literally in the dark. So when companies say LED TV, they just mean LCD TV with LED lights behind it instead of the old-school fluorescent tubes, which honestly sounds a lot less marketable. Now OLED. This is where the technology goes full sci-fi. OLED stands for Organic Light Emitting Diode. The organic part doesn't mean it's gluten-free or cage-free. It just means the material inside the diode is made from carbon-based compounds. You won't find it at Whole Foods. The important part is that in OLED displays, each pixel lights up on its own. No backlight, no spotlight. Every pixel is its own tiny light bulb and can turn on or off independently. So remember the stage metaphor? If an LED TV is a performance with actors lit by giant stage lights, an OLED screen is a show where every single performer is their own light source. No spotlight needed. It's like if every person in the cast came with a flashlight and impeccable timing. That means OLED screens can produce true blacks. If a part of the screen is supposed to be black, the pixels in that area just turn off. Like, bye, I'm on break. No light, no glow, just actual darkness. In LED TVs, black is really just dark gray with the lights turned down. It's like trying to sleep with the hallway light still on. Let's talk picture quality. OLED screens have better contrast. Why? Because their blacks are truly black and their brights are super bright. That's the kind of contrast that makes you say, whoa, even when you're just watching a documentary about moss. LED TVs, on the other hand, can often get brighter overall, especially with newer technologies like QLED. Don't even get me started on that rabbit hole. So, in a really sunny room, an LED screen might punch through the glare better. But contrast? OLED wins. Colors? OLED also usually wins. Because when your blacks are pitch black, every color next to it pops harder, like neon signs in a dark alley. Very dramatic. One of the sneaky little issues with LED screens is the viewing angle. If you sit dead center, great. Move slightly to the side. Suddenly, everything looks washed out, like someone wiped Vaseline on the screen. Which is fun if you're watching a flashback sequence. Less fun if you're just trying to watch the game from the left side of the couch. OLED doesn't have this problem. The colors and brightness stay consistent even from extreme angles. So if your dog sits in front of the TV and you have to lean halfway off the recliner just to see what's happening, OLED's got your back. Okay, quick warning label. OLED screens can get burn-in. Burn-in happens when the same image stays on the screen too long, like a news channel logo, or the pause screen from your 2018 PlayStation Marathon. Over time, that image can faintly burn into the display like a tattoo no one asked for. To be fair, it takes a lot to cause it, and most modern OLED TVs come with tech to prevent it. But still, if you like to pause things and wander away for hours, maybe OLED isn't your soulmate. LED screens don't really get burn-in, so they're more forgiving if you tend to forget the TV is even on. Now, the part where everyone starts sweating, the price. OLED screens tend to be more expensive, partly because the manufacturing process is more complex, and partly because companies know you'll pay more if you think you're getting the fancier option. LED TVs come in a wider range of prices. You can grab one for a few $100, or splurge for a high-end version with bells, whistles, and enough acronyms to fill a Scrabble board. If you want the best picture quality and budget isn't an issue, OLED is the way to go. But if you want great value and durability, a good LED screen won't let you down. So next time you're in an electronics store pretending to understand what Quantum HDR Pro Max Super Infinity means, just remember, OLED gives you better contrast, truer blacks, and wider viewing angles. LED gives you brightness, budget options, and less chance of burn-in. Both are solid. It just depends on what kind of screen time you're after. Dramatic cinema masterpiece or casual YouTube binge while eating chips in bed. LED is like a band with a spotlight. OLED is a band where every member is a spotlight. If you enjoyed learning about the difference between LED and OLED screens and are now decided on which screen to buy, don't forget to hit that like button, like it's the power switch on your old plasma TV, and subscribe. Also, if you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for tuning in, and join us next time here in the channel that answers all the why, what, who, where, and how questions you've always wondered about, here on Explaining Everything.